He was arrested on the spot. Forensic tests later confirmed the blood on his body matched the victim's, and a medical report showed human flesh inside his stomach that did not belong to him.
Bro started eating the body. Oh, hell no, mug. This man is eating the body, bro. What type of Jeffrey Dahmer shit is this? Nigga probably has some ass in the refrigerator or some shit in his crib. What's up, Cash Games? Boy, CASHOUT DANZEL, man. Back with another video for y'all boys, man. Finna react to the most evil rappers of all time, man. Let's get into the video, y'all boys.
Rap has always existed in a gray area between art and reality. Its stories often echo the struggles, pain, and danger of real life, but sometimes those lines blur completely. There have been moments when rappers stopped performing darkness and instead became it, crossing from storytelling into something truly evil. In this video, we'll look at 3 stories of rappers that turned their violent lyrics into reality, culminating in truly heinous crimes. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe. The first story is about an old school rapper named Big Lurch that did something truly horrific that you normally only see in horror movies. Antron Singleton grew up in Dallas, Texas, born September 15th, 1976. At age 7, he began writing poetry, and by his teens, that creative outlet guided him toward rap. By his early 20s, he'd moved to California to chase a rap career. He gravitated to the underground rap scene. He had the size, the voice, and the energy to make it in the underground scene. He called himself Big Lurch, a name inspired by the towering butler from the Addams Family. He eventually joined the Oakland-based collective Comic Slop Shop with members Dooney Baby and producer Rick Rock. The group released the album Da Family in 1998 under MCA Records, with the single Sinful charting modestly on the US rap and R&B charts. The group broke up in 1999, so he pursued a solo career. His music...
Damn, y'all boys broke up a year later? God damn. Y'all ain't did nothing for real.
Perfectly into horrorcore, a niche subgenre where rappers painted cinematic scenes of death, gore, and insanity. For Big Lurch, it was supposed to be just art, but on April 10, 2002, a drug-fueled psychosis would turn his violent lyrics into reality. At the time, Big Lurch had been living with a roommate, a 21-year-old woman named Tynesha Yesias, and her boyfriend in a Los Angeles apartment. That morning...
Not for y'all. Did he say 1989 or 1998? My fault. If he said 1989, that's my fault for saying the year. I thought he said 1998. That's what I said, one more year.
A friend of Tynesha arrived to check on her. When the friend opened the door, she was met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tynesha in a Los Angeles apartment. That morning, a friend of Tynesha arrived to check on her. When the friend opened the door, she was met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tynesha's body lay on the floor, partially nude, with deep wounds to her face and chest. Her chest cavity had been torn open. Pieces of her lungs were missing. The apartment...
What? Hold on, let's rewind that real quick.
When the friend opened the door, she was met with a scene straight out of a nightmare. Tynesha's body lay on the floor, partially nude, with deep wounds to her face and chest. Her chest cavity had been torn open. Pieces of her lungs were missing. The apartment walls and floor were spattered with blood. There were bite marks on her face and shoulder. Furniture had...
From where? You was buying shorty gang? What type of demon you had in your body gang? What's up?
Knocked over, and evidence suggested a violent struggle. The friend fled and called the police. When officers arrived, they confirmed what she had seen and followed a trail of blood out of the apartment. A few blocks away, they found Big Lurch completely naked, covered in blood, wandering in the middle of the street, staring blankly at the sky. Officers said he was out of his mind, growling
bro, something ain't right, bro. Something ain't right. Something took over that guy. Something, I don't know what type of demon, what type of the devil, if he was doing witchcraft, if he was, something took over, bro. You bite, cutting people, man, peace, hey. That's some movie shit for real. Like, man, come on.
urine. He was arrested on the spot.
You're not normal.
Forensic tests later confirmed the blood on his body matched the victim's, and a medical report showed human flesh inside his stomach that did not belong to him.
Bro started eating the body. Oh, hell no, mug. This man is eating the body, bro. What type of Jeffrey Dahmer shit is this? Nigga probably had some ass in the refrigerator or some shit in his crib. God damn, brother.
Prosecutors would later argue that Lurch had smoked the drug PCP, suffered a psychotic break, and attacked Tynesha in a drug-induced frenzy.
Oh, no.
At trial, his defense claimed insanity. But in California, voluntary drug use doesn't qualify for an insanity plea.
Bro, that is not no drug use, bro. If y'all really think this man did all of that off of drugs using, no. So y'all are mistaken, bro. There's more to that. Something ain't right up there, brother. He looked. That bad.
In 2003, Big Lurch was convicted of first-degree murder and aggravated mayhem, and later sentenced to life in prison without parole. The depraved nature of the case caused it to go down in infamy, and Big Lurch was dubbed the hip-hop cannibal. The next story is about a gang member / rapper named Guerrero 10K that's believed to have killed 5 people in a 4-month span. Guerrero 10K, written Christian Cavazos, was a buzzing rapper from Houston, Texas, and one of the leaders of the 10K criminal street gang. The 10K gang was accused of various crimes such as drive-by shootings, robberies, assaults, murders, and narcotic trafficking.
Not one job. Not one job in sight. Everything else but a job. Everything else but a business. Everything else but something that's positive. Fucking idiots.
Guerrero 10K was known to have a short temper and went to juvie as a minor in 2017 for assault. Guerrero 10K had been beefing with fellow Houston rapper CASHOUT Ace, and the two of them went back and forth dissing each other on social media.
Somebody got my name CASHOUT. We're not the same CASHOUT. This is positive CASHOUT right here. This is positive CASHOUT Denzel. I'm not a different CASHOUT. Yeah, come on this CASHOUT side.
Eventually, this beef would lead to Guerrero going on a murder spree. On September 6, 2019, Guerrero was riding in a car with other 10K members when he shot into a separate vehicle containing members of CASHOUT. The driver of the vehicle was wounded and decided to pull over in a light industrial area north of Jersey Village. With the car stopped, Guerrero proceeded to get out of his own car and shoot multiple rounds at the person sitting in the back seat of the rival vehicle. That person, 19-year-old Ryan McGowan, aka CASHOUT Spaz, was struck multiple times and eventually passed away from his injuries. It turns out that members of CASHOUT were the ones that pulled up there looking for 10K members, but Guerrero and 10K caught them first. Following this incident, Guerrero would go on a hunt to kill CASHOUT Ace. In the hunt to kill CASHOUT Ace, Guerrero would kill an innocent elderly couple. On September 25, 2019, a woman named Rosalba Reyes was driving in a purple Dodge Charger when she was followed to her home on Francitas Drive. Her husband, Romero, was driving behind her in his truck. Guerrero 10K and CASHOUT Ace had been arguing on the phone that day. Guerrero believed that Ace's brother drove a purple Dodge Charger. On that day, Guerrero was lurking in CASHOUT territory and saw a purple Dodge Charger go by. It turns out that that car was the one Rosalba Reyes was in. Believing that the car belonged to CASHOUT Ace's people, Guerrero and another 10K member named Rico 10K followed the car and opened fire, killing Rosalba Reyes and her husband as he tried to run in and save his wife.
Like you telling me, gang, that you're using the same car that your family members use, and you got street ties. Y'all ever had killing each other and shit, but you think it was cool to go use a car that your grandparents be using and shit. Now your grandparents driving, going home and shit. Bam. Now they gone because for your stupidity, gang. Them people got no involvement in the streets. They just trying to make it home. Now they gone. Why? Because of you. You should feel sick in your heart every day you wake up, gang. If you still alive.
Once the shooting was over, they fled the scene, went home, and turned on the news. On the news, they saw they killed an elderly couple. Guerrero 10K began to celebrate, believing that he had just killed Cash Out Ace's grandmother.
The man just went and shot somebody up, killed two old people. Then he go right on live with 217 viewers. To that 217 viewers plus the 17, like out of the 200, you got about 50 of them motherfuckers, 30 of them motherfuckers that's police. So you listen to everything he's saying. So he about to go on live and just say what he done and everything like that, and cool. What did you gain? Nothing. You gain money? Nope. Fame? Nope. All you got was a welcome to the jail cell with a bunch of other men that's there doing time. That's all you got.
Parents. Instead, he killed random civilians. Well, his hunt for Cash Out Ace wouldn't stop there and would lead him to killing 2 more people. On December 27, 2019.
Man, this nigga crazy, bro. After this man know that, I'm pretty sure he found out it was 2 old folks, he still wouldn't got 2 more bodies. He ain't giving up. He ain't care about the old folks. He ain't say let him chill. He gonna stop nothing. He said, hey, shit, I need more. And these are demons, bro. These are not human beings. These are demons.
Cash Out Ace was shooting a music video in which he invited guests. Unbeknownst to him, the location of the music video shoot was leaked to 10K members. During the music video, Guerrero 10K, Rico 10K, a man named Kevin Badillo, and another man named Roman Wise pulled up in a dark-colored Honda and opened fire. Guerrero 10K was armed with an AK-47, while Roman and Rico were armed with pistols. Guerrero and Roman opened fire from the passenger side, and Rico shot out of the sunroof. The shooting was caught on surveillance footage from a nearby business. In the aftermath of all the gunfire, 9 people were shot, 2 died at the scene, and the other 7 were injured. The 2 people that died were Gonzalo Gonzalez, a 20-year-old videographer who attended the University of Houston, and another man named Jonathan Jimenez, who was also 20 years old and a father of a 3-year-old girl. Cash Out Ace was shot in the head, but ultimately survived his injuries. Wow. After a lengthy rehabilitation process, he is now almost back to normal. Man, that's crazy how innocent people be dying, but y'all goofies get to live, though. That's crazy. Like, y'all get to live, and y'all causing the most problems. Y'all doing the most shit, but y'all get to live. But innocent people lose their lives. Man, go ahead, bro. Their getaway driver, Kevin Badillo, was the first arrested, and he told the police everything. Guerrero 10K's house was... So y'all go ahead and do all this shit to get in the goddamn... And then y'all get telling... What was the point of doing this, bro? You should have just went and looked for a job, brother. This was unnecessary. If you know that you had no balls when it's time for the consequences part, don't do this right here, bro. Yeah, because it's all fun when you get in the way. When you get in the first body and you made it home and it's all fun and you continue. But don't forget, gang, all that shit can catch back up to you, bro. So are you prepared for them consequences? You can't go up in there and start telling now because you want to make it home, because you want to come home. No, that's not how it works, bro. In bottles of codeine, counterfeit money, 14 pounds of marijuana, and a plethora of firearms. Y'all broke. Y'all using counterfeit bread. Y'all broke. Y'all just shooting and killing for no... Covered. Eventually, Guerrero was arrested and charged with all these murders. Rather than take it to trial and face the death penalty, Guerrero accepted a guilty plea and was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole till 40 years served. He was just 22 years old and is now sentenced to forever behind bars. Multiple innocent people died over a beef that most likely started over the most petty reasons. It's always, bro. Always some petty ass shit. The final story is about a rapper named Jay Stash. Justin Joseph, better known as Jay Stash, grew up between Florida and New York, splitting time between the two coasts as a teenager, chasing opportunity. Music became his escape from a rough upbringing. He started recording tracks, and posting them online, and slowly built a small following through blogs and local showcases. By his early 20s, he'd relocate to Los Angeles. He caught the attention of Rich the Kid, who signed him to the Rich Forever music label around 2016. That year, he released his breakout mixtape Hood Rich. After a brief stint with Rich Forever, he launched his own label, Relax Records, and released the albums No More Distractions and Relax With Me. By 2020, he'd amassed hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram. On the surface, Jay Stash was the picture of a young rapper living the dream, but off camera, his life was unraveling. Friends later told reporters that beyond the stylish posts, Jay Stash was controlling and jealous, especially in his relationships. Prior to the criminal situation, Jay Stash was publicly accused by his ex-girlfriend of domestic violence. Jay Stash denied it. He said he broke up with her and she couldn't accept it. He said she came over to his house, went through his phone and got mad. He claimed he woke up to her on top of him, punching him. He says that he hit her back in self-defense. Jay Stash claimed that his ex maliciously posted her injuries and lied about the full story in an attempt to ruin his career. Sadly, these allegations would turn out to most likely be true, as he would go on to commit a horrific atrocity against a future girlfriend. Sometime in 2020, Jay Stash began dating a 27-year-old mother of three named Jeanette Gallegos. By late 2021, they were living together in a rented home in Temple City, California, a quiet suburb outside Los Angeles. Family members described Jeanette as loving, soft-spoken, and devoted to her children. Unfortunately, she would become a victim to Jay Stash's depraved ways. On January 1st, 2022, just after 7 a.m., Jeanette's children woke up to shouting. According to the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department, Jay Stash and Jeanette had been arguing behind a closed bedroom door. Minutes later, they heard gunshots. The children, ages 5 to 11, ran to a neighbor's house and called 911. Deputies arrived at 7:14 a.m. When officers entered the home, they found Jeanette dead from multiple gunshot wounds. Next to her was Jay Stash, dead from a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
What?
The hand...
So you clapped her and then clapped yourself, brother? Man, what's up with y'all dudes, bro? Damn, brother. What's up with y'all boys, bro? That woman had 3 kids, gang. And you were just thinking about yourself. You just thinking about yourself. You ain't thinking about her kids. You ain't thinking, you not thinking about yourself because you had a career for yourself. I don't know what you was on, gang, for real.
Lay nearby. Police later confirmed that the children had been inside the home throughout the whole incident but were physically unharmed. The sheriff's department called it a murder-suicide. An innocent mother gone, and 3 children left traumatized, just like that. Man, these stories were sad to hear. Innocent people...
Ain't gonna lie, this story was crazy, bro. But that first one got it, bro. I ain't gonna lie, out of all these stories right here, the first one got it, bro. That eating up body and cutting it and all that, whatever. Oh, Lord. Oh, man, that man should have got the death penalty, bro. That's Jeffrey Dahmer twin right here. That was Jeffrey Dahmer in the making. If they didn't catch it, see, luckily they caught him early because we made black man. Jeffrey Dahmer had, for me, he played his part, man. You would not think he was on that, bro. White man dressing up nice and shit smart. You ain't think he on no shit like that. This man got to do one person. Golly, lucky I caught him though. But shit, good shit though, y'all. But that's that video. Let me know how y'all boys feel about this video in the comment section, man. I'm in the road to find this man. The ground don't stop, never gonna stop. I'm out of here.